USA and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Commodores will put total leather and we'll get started. Offense set on first down. They'll go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. To the ground to try to move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for the pass.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The Commodores are on the move. They believe they can run right here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Commodores want to crank the tempo. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Comes out throwing on 1st down.
Oh, hell no. What the fuck?
Strong pass rush.
Come on,
the
man.
Quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Come on, bro.
Screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need
That
to
shit, do
move
that
the
shit.
sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Commodores will try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback will audible. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, Vanderbilt 0. And the Commodores will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads it left. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Hey, I'm pressing dive, bro. I'm not able to dive.
Looseness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. After the run, now to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz. You just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up. And on that play, you're helpless. And you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
The Commodores in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Feeling some heat. Working that left side now. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. Might be looking to run. Obliterates him, still on the move. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Rucci. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The offense set for a first down play. They're getting this guy lathered up. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Lining up to convert third down. Calls his own number. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the single back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Looking to buy time. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Got his man out of the backfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Going with the ground game left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Coming out with it, it's Rhodes. He gets a block. Got a little room. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is
He'll off one deep down the left side. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense.
Hide the fucking ball. Hide the ball. Hide the ball.
This offense has really been bad.
Damn.
Using the quick game. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Commodores headed quickly to the line. It's a reverse.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see them motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice, positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
Quarterback checking off. They'll throw on third and short. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. What a terrible, terrible shame. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to boost.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Escapes trouble. Uncorks one to the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Commodores line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what the...
All kinds of running room. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's knocked down.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And that one will give them the lead. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
These motherfuckers here, though.
Someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what...
Oh, look out! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown Doors! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches, that is awesome.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on second down. Moving out of the pocket. And he's going to go down at the one.
What a nice job getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack, making sure he didn't have time to buy some more space, and he almost grabs him and pulled him into the end zone. He almost got 2 points in a safety.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. Can they catch him?
Oh,
Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And, man, David, you couldn't ask for any better starting field position than this.
This is as good as it gets. Defense made the play. Now offense gets a chance, Jesse, to go cash this in.
Yeah, they got to pay this one off, too. They would love to be able to go out, be physical, and run this thing in, put a touchdown up on the board.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
South Carolina, 14.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17?
Fuck, my crowd ain't hype. Fuck. Everybody else shit be rocking. My shit ain't. Come on, bro.
He's looking to throw.
Oh.
And the ball is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Why the fuck my crowd not hype?
You know exactly the
I'm
situation
fucking
in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, It's getting pretty close.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Commodores are in the hurry up. Trying play action. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. Now the toss. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out. There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rhodes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On second down, he'll fire. They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Commodores want to move quickly. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And the returner goes down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And here's the third interception of the night. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. That's going to be a safety. He just kept backing away from pressure and ran out of real estate.
And you just have to have better field awareness if you're on offense. They're understanding that, A, you're in the offense, and B, where that back line is, David. That is not good news taking a safety.
No, and you want to make a play, and you want to make something happen, but you got to realize where you're out on the field. He doesn't do that, and guess what? Cost his team 2 points.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Working that left side. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Bringing the heat. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
On second down, he's looking downfield.
Oh, wow.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie. Listen to this crowd. Absolutely going nuts, trying to will their defense to stop the 2. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Incomplete. The 2-point conversion attempt fails, and in the final seconds of this one, they still find themselves down by 2. 16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Line getting set on second down. It's a reverse. He's loose. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae.